I got to visit that place. It was beautiful. There's like a huge stadium. It's not a stadium. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the name. Pardon me. But it was really, really beautiful. Took a trip around Kigali. Woo! I'm feeling so blessed today. Hola! Welcome to the I Know Right podcast with me, your host, the Maybelline. Well, are you looking for a fun way to experience life? I mean, this life is such a roller coaster. It has ups and downs and then dead drops and everything. So are you looking for a fun way to experience it? Well, join me on the I Know Right podcast so that we can navigate life like school, work, relationship, family, career, all of that with God in the driver's seat. So welcome. Today we want to talk about travel and touring. Yeah, so let's see about travel. Have you ever traveled? And by travel and touring we mean you get out of your most comfortable zone, let's say your home area, your home district. You get out of that, then you go and take a trip. You go to like a place you've never been to, so that you're like really experiencing new culture, new environment, you meet new people, you taste new food. So that's what I want to dive in today. So welcome, join me. My name is the Maybelline and I'm here to take you through my travel and touring experience. Well, my love for travel started when I was actually quite young. Having read a few novels, I think I started dreaming about going to all these places. You know, when you read a novel and it's talking about a certain place, you're like, when will I ever go there? So I got the chance to travel when I was about 11. I got to travel to the USA, and it was more like a road trip. It was like a road trip around, it was about over 20 states in the USA. So it was pretty cool. First of all, as a child, getting into the whole thing of, first of all, just traveling out of your country. Number one, it's a big thing. And then you're going to the United States of America, another big thing. And then not just going to one place, but to over 20 states, guys. It was the experience of a lifetime, let me tell you. So I traveled with a couple of friends, and let me even start from the beginning, guys. When you want to travel, for example, out of your country, first of all, you must get a passport. So we got a passport, and then we had to go for visa interviews. Guys, if you want to go for a visa interview to any embassy, but especially the American embassy, you need to spend a whole night in prayer. That's what we did. We spent a whole night in prayer, and God answered our prayers. We went, did the visa interviews, and yes, we got our visas. So then we bought the tickets, went to the airport. I mean, the goodbyes are something else. They are fun and stuff. So we traveled. And the first thing you will experience when you travel to another country, let's say to another continent, if you're not within the same continent. So now we traveled. By then we used to have the British Airways. So we traveled into London, Heathrow. So we landed in London. Then we had to travel, we had to like transition to another flight going to Seattle, Washington State. So we traveled. Guys, when we got off the plane and through the terminal, the customs and stuff, and then you step outside the airport, oh my gosh, the first thing you experience is the weather. Coming from Africa, it's usually hot, the cold is mild, but now stepping into the US, and it was winter. I think was it January? I think it was January. So we went. Oh my god, the cold just hit my face. Okay, already I was prepared. I had like jackets and jeans and head hoods and mittens and stuff, but even those will not prepare you for how cold it was. It was so cold, and then we had to huddle into the car, and then I had to first get used to the weather, and then because it was winter. So fast forward, the culture. I had to like experience the culture with those guys. It was interesting, really. So I traveled through Washington, Seattle. Seattle is their capital, for Washington State. Then I went into Oregon. So I traveled into Oregon. Then I went into California. So so you see, Washington is colder, but then when you come down to California, it's a bit warm, because it has the beaches and stuff. So that was an experience itself. And guess what? Because the Baganda say okutambula kulaba okudda kunyumya. Kati let me kunyumiza you. I got to go to Disneyland. As a child, Disneyland is such a big deal. You see all those Disney movies, and they have like Disney princesses, Ariel for Under the Sea, then you have Cinderella, then you have the Little Mermaid. Those, I got to see those. Oh, it was... Because you see, Disneyland has all these roller coasters, It has all these swings, what you guys call swings. It has the swimming pools, guys. It was a blast. So yeah, I traveled over 20 states. So with every state, you get to experience new things. So that was for the US. Let me take you now to, let's say, how far I've traveled here in Uganda. So the first time I really took a trip in Uganda, I was really scared, because with all the accidents that we see back here at home, you see a bus overturning. So guys, I was scared. I didn't want to travel on Ugandan roads because I knew there would be like a bus overturning. So first of all, I booked this trip when I was at campus. I wanted to do like a birthday trip. So my birthday is around Easter period. So I had like that 4 days, those 4 days of Easter break to travel. So guys, first of all, some Ugandan tour operators are funny. They told us over 6 a.m. I arrived 6 a.m. I got on the bus. I think we set off at 9. Imagine, I got up at 6. I actually boarded the bus at 6. And we set off at 9 because some human beings were taking their sweet time. I mean, it's not nice to make people wait. So we set off. we were taking a trip around the eastern route, eastern Uganda. So we traveled Mukono, we got a stop, we bought some things on the way, then we continued, we went into Jinja, source of the Nile. Oh, that was nice. If you haven't been to the source of the Nile, you really need to, because the river Nile is the longest river in the world. So if you have not been to its source in Jinja, I don't know what you're waiting for. So there, I went to the source of the Nile, to like really that point where the water is really brewing. That is source of the Nile. Then we went into, then we traveled to Mbale, because that is all eastern route. We stopped for lunch. Then we went to Sipi Falls in Kapchora. So now when you're going into Kapchora, you see all these mountains. The roads are like snaking around hills and mountains. So I went into Sipi Falls. It was an experience. The falls are like, the water is falling, and then it has this mist. It was really an experience. I'm going to show you guys a couple of pictures there. Then we went and slept in Soroti, and then we got to see the Nyero rock paintings. Now that Saturday, that was really my birthday. We went on the rocks. It was really an experience. I got to eat food in eastern Uganda, which was a bit different from the food in the center where I come from, but yeah, it was palatable. Then we went into the north. We were going into Maxon Falls. So we arrived in the night, and in the morning we did a game drive through the Maxon National Park. We got to see all these animals. It was really fun. Then we took like a boat cruise to like the foot of the falls. Then we took a hike. It was about like 30 minutes. That hike is mad. If you have never hiked before, that hike will teach you what a hike is all about. We were sweating, my legs were paining, but it was an experience. And when you get on top of the falls, it's really rewarding. The sight is beautiful. There's this very cooler mist, and then you get to see the falls. The rapids are really, I mean, it's beautiful. If you have not been to the Maxon Falls, wow, it's beautiful. And then we got out of the Maxon Falls, took a trip around, because we got to see all this wildlife, the elephants, the lions, so much, the antelopes, like we got to see a lot of those. Yeah, so that was my trip to Maxon Falls. Yeah, I got to travel my country for the first time, really. It was fun. My other trip, I went to Kenya. Yeah, so with Kenya, we are just neighbor. It's our neighbor in the east. So I went through. I was going for a conference. Yeah. So we went through Busia border. Yeah. Was it? I think Malaba. Yeah, Malaba. We went to Kenya. Went through Eldoret. Some of these things are unavoidable. Didn't have bus breakdown. The bus broke down. Guys, we were stranded for like over 30 minutes. Imagine we were traveling the whole night. We were sleepy and hungry. We had some snacks on the bus, but so it broke down. Now we had to look for someone to fix it. The other bus of other travelers from Uganda had actually now reached Naivasha. We went to Naivasha. Then our bus got fixed and we arrived. And this time we used an Airbnb, me and my friends. So we had rooms, yeah, some of us were sharing rooms, so we went and did some shopping in Naivasha, Kenya. Okay, so the first experience there is the shops are different from our shops. So I went to this supermarket, shopped for some food, and yeah, we got some food. I started cooking for like the group of friends that we were in that house. It was fun. Then I wanted to see what they call, is it called the Naivasha National Park? No, I think it's called Hell's Gate National Park. It's called Hell's Gate because it has like the devil's kitchen there, sort of. So we went to Hell's Gate. Yeah, guys, the adventure in me. I went. So that national park had giraffes, a lot of giraffes. It was raining, so we really didn't see that many animals, but it was fun. And yeah, then we came back to Uganda. Which other trip did I take? So my trip to Rwanda, this time I took a route through an unfamiliar territory. I went through Chisoro. Guys, Chisoro is cold. You see, for us that live in Kampala, we do not know how cold some of these places are. So I went to Chisoro, guys. It was so cold because Chisoro borders Uganda and Rwanda. So I went through Chisoro, then I went into Rwanda. I took a bus. Yes, I took a bus with a couple of friends. We went into Kigali. So before you even get to Kigali, there are all these mountains, guys. Rwanda is scenic. It has these beautiful sceneries of mountains, and they have really, really good roads. So you just keep going over all these hills. The roads are snaking around hills. It's beautiful. Then I went into Kigali. Kigali is so organized, guys. The culture shock you get being a Ugandan getting into Rwanda, first of all, those guys do not litter. You can't get into Rwanda with these buveras, you cannot. So I got into Rwanda, and then you had to, first of all, let me tell you, we got into Kigali. When we went into Kigali, they have all these buses. They have like a park. You see how we have new and old taxi park in Uganda? For them, their taxi parks are for buses, and their buses are organized. Guys, we boarded a bus that had TVs inside. Oh, it was so nice. Then I got to see, like, when they were vending. First of all, you have to change currency, so I had to go get some Rwandese francs. Yeah. Then we boarded a bus, and the other thing that I found interesting was the bread. See how they do not entertain buveras, which is polythene bags. For them, their bread is wrapped in a translucent paper that has guys, I think you should need to see this for yourself. It's pretty interesting how they package their bread, no buvera. So I had to take a boda motorcycle. Now they have it's either they are like two types only, and they are all wearing helmets, and they can only take on one passenger at a go. Not these things of 4 people in Uganda, no. They are really nicely dressed. So I took a boda. It took us to there's that I'm even forgetting. It's not the BK Arena. It's called, oh my gosh, I'm going to put it down there. I'm going to write it down for you guys. And I got to visit that place. It was beautiful. There's like a huge stadium. It's not a stadium. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name. Pardon me. But it was really, really beautiful. Took a trip around Kigali. So there's that place that they designated that has the word Kigali. I'm going to show you a photo of it. I took some pictures there. And then I went to visit my cousin. She lives in Kigali, and her apartment was beautiful. They have like really organized homesteads. Guys, Rwanda was a vibe. It was really fun. Then I came back. Allow me stop at Rwanda because I have more trips to other countries in the next episode. So for now, tour and travel, let's put a pause on it. Meet me in the next episode as I tell you about more countries that I have been to and how fun tour and traveling is. And I'll give you more tips on how to plan your next tour and travel. See ya!